Titans Return, I ain't done with you yet! One more time, I need y'all to join me as we look at the leader of all Titans. It's Titan Master Overlord! Picked this guy up this afternoon, on sale. Also saw Power of the Primus Grimlock, but I was like, yeah, not yet. So, obviously we got the figure right there. Transformers, Generations, we know all this stuff by now. It's the same box we've been looking at for frickin' ever. 4 modes, mid-decapitation, Dreadnought, and Overlord. On the other side, you got that same artwork. Good old Deceptigroin. On this side, you got the Decepticon, this thing, with scuff marks on the box. And on the back, you got your obligatory product shots showing all his modes. He actually gets a full bio instead of just talking about the headmaster. Overlord is a dark force of doom and destruction. He is part of an ultra-elite Decepticon strike team, the Phase Sixers. Their mission? Annihilate civilization so worlds are ready for Decepticon conquest. Titan Master Dreadnought gives him an ion imploder fire blast that erases matter from existence. Pretty badass. And then, obviously, on the side you got your cross cells. Ramhorn, Misfire, Blitzwing, Sky Shadow. On the bottom of the box is nothing. So I'm going to get him open, and we're going to take a look at this Decepticon leader. So here we are, and here Overlord is in his alt modes. I don't know if you could tell by just the box, but he is a duocon. He turns into both a tank and a jet. And there's quite a bit of unpacking we have to do before we even talk about the toys. So I'll just show you the collector's card with the tech specs right there. And the giant instructions. So, Overlord is from the Japanese G1 continuity, starting with Super God Master Force, where he was the leader of the Decepticons for that season. It wasn't Megatron. I'm not sure if he was the leader beyond that season. I haven't, like, Victory, Headmaster, Super God, Master Force, that trio, haven't really paid attention to it. All I know is Overlord came from there. And apparently there are multiple ideas floating around on who Overlord actually is. I'm not going to get into them. You can look it up on TF Wiki if you want to, but we're just going to stick with that, the simplest idea. And he is a God Master, apparently. Not this toy, obviously. It's just a basic Titan Master toy. But yeah, there is quite a bit to, like, just to get in the door on Overlord. It's kind of... So we'll take a look at the tank first. This is the best tank I've ever seen. That's only a crotch and a pair of legs. Gives new meaning to the term tank cockpit. It's very nice two-tone blue with a white turret and a weirdly purple gun. Got 2 Decepticon insignias right there. A lot of molded in detail. all on the armor plating. You got the fake tank treads with the one wheel in the back, and the thing I already mentioned. And you do have 4 Titan Master pegs on the back, so you can plug 4 guys in there, 1 guy right there, and have a tank party. Woo! Tank party! Rolling. It actually rolls pretty smoothly. Unfortunate thing about the tank: no swivel in the turret, no up and down in the gun. But there's quite a bit of molded detail in this tank turret, with like a tiny gun, a mini gun, if you will, and this see-through orange seat for the Titan Master. You have one on each mode. I'll get to the jet mode in a second. You can just take a look at the inside right there. Jet mode, not as successful in my opinion. First off, there are barely any wings. Like, is that a wing? I think that's supposed to be the wings. I guess these are supposed to be boosters as well. Yeah, it's just kind of a, I don't want to say slab, but yeah, it kind of feels like just a slab. You got this thing for landing gear. You got some stuff on the bottom that we're going to hide for now. Decepticon insignia on the nose cone, which the nose cone does come off if you want to access the bottom of the canopy or the top of the canopy. They both open. And just to show you can fit the Titan Master. I'm getting better at doing that. Say right in there, slide him up, and he's locked in. And it just connects the other way. If I can actually get it on. Get it on! There we go. You got it. I know this is basically an update of G1 Overlord toy, but Overlord's design is weird. Like, got random purple spikes right there. I'm not even sure. Weirdly white when the rest of the body is black. And again, quite a bit of molded in detail. And 4 Titan Master compatible pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a hole right there. I guess in theory, I haven't tested this yet, but the gun comes off because it's just pegged in right there, and it's kind of sitting in there. Can you actually fit this gun? Yeah, you can actually fit the big purple rifle right there. That's cool. And on the bottom, it's just a chest with a head. So, before we go into a robot mode, he does have one other alternative mode, a base mode, so to speak. So, to get into that, we're going to remove this, and we're going to basically turn the tank into his pair of legs. So just swing this down like that. Rotate this inwards. This is complete spoilers for robot mode. But do the same thing on the other side. We're going to start with the pair of legs like that. I believe, let me actually look at the instructions because I haven't transformed him into base mode at all. And it shows starting from robot mode, but I'm not going to do that.
Let me see, where am I going?
Okay. You want to fold this piece, I believe, back like that. And just attach the legs. You want to hinge them out here. I believe you actually flip this back up. The instructions are not obvious because they're gray on gray. Yeah. Definitely want to flip that. You can, I believe, fold down those little things. Oh, and clamp his feet. Does this work? How does this work? No. I'm trying to... I guess these just lay flat. That's weird.
I'm just looking at the instructions.
Yeah, pretty much. You make sure he's horizontal, and then split the legs, or not split the legs, but hinge the legs out. Rotate them at the thigh. Can you? It's kind of hard. Rotate them at the thigh, and I think you do that. Yeah. And at that point, you reattach the jet canopy. Can you reattach it in this? Because it shows... It shows it, yeah. Okay. Oh, and that's why the gun's there. Interesting. So, you want it looking like that, something like that. Somebody touch my spaghetti! And the gun. It goes right there. And that is it for Overlord's base mode. It's not my favorite. I'm looking at it. I'm probably never going to use it again, but we can put Dreadnought here. Or he's giving me resistant. There we go. And I believe, can we actually man him? Have him manning the gun? It doesn't really look like it, no. It doesn't look like there's enough space right there for him to man the gun. Ah! Dreadnought. You can have him standing there. You could kind of have him sitting right there, observing everything. And this kind of looks ridiculous to me. So let's get it right into robot mode. To go into robot mode, hump. Take off the nose cone and flip this piece all the way down to there. And then you want to hinge his torso back in, fold his leg down, flip it back over, roll down, flip back over. I believe these are actually connector pieces for other bases, like shown in the picture, you could connect multiple bases together. Fold out, heel back out, flip around his helmet, and take these back pieces and put them back in there where they're supposed to go. That locks the waist joint, basically. And then fold down his arm. Wow, you can't. Okay. We must go upwards. I want to touch the sky. Oh fuck! I lost any semblance of song I was going for. So down goes the elbow. Fold out the hand. This wing panel goes back there. I don't think this wing actually goes anywhere. And fold out the other hand. And unpeg the shoulders. They peg in there into right there, because otherwise you won't get any shoulder motion at all. And now all we need is a head and some weaponry. So we grab little of Dreadnought here. I want to see if I... no. That's why you remove this piece, because there's no where to put your fingers to get it grip. And you want to fold down this little peg. For now, we'll take a look at the face. I like the look of the face. I like the silver face with lips. I like the red eyes. Those look cool. His expression looks really angry, and I like that. I kind of wish it was blue to match the helmet, but then it gives the helmet more of a helmet vibe instead of just his head, which it normally is. And just, I guess, looking at Dreadnought, he actually has a little bit of coloration to him, which is nice. He's got a blue head, which is somewhat distinct. I can't figure out if it's an homage to something. And a little gray body. His articulation is the exact same as every other Titan Master, which is why I never talk about them. Plug in the head. Close the helmet, which does not... never mind that. And we've got an Overlord. Now, for weaponry, this is apparently an iconic shield, and there are ports on either shoulder. From promo shots I've seen, it's more generally accepted position is on that shoulder, and the purple gun goes in his hand. And here's your Overlord for 2017. Just a second turn. Ooh, yeah, that definitely snaps in there. Okay. I didn't realize that. The shin pieces actually do snap into place if you give them a little bit of resistance after they go in. But yeah, this is one good-looking robot in my opinion. There are some issues that I have with it, but we've already looked at the head. The helmet is actually, from what I gather, not just a repaint of Six Shot's helmet. It's actually a brand new mold. That's cool. You've got all his iconic coloring with the white chest panels and all the gray that did things in the G1 toy that it doesn't do here. We'll get onto that. The light blue on the shins, black hands. You know, this may just be me talking out loud, but after looking at what is it, Carnifex? I think it's Mastermind Creations Carnifex. This guy kind of feels a bit, I don't know, basic compared to him. even though I've never actually bought a third-party toy. It's just from looking at it, this guy seems a bit more, you know, a bit more basic, and I guess that's fine with some people. Again, it's the one I have now, so gimmick. Well, these chest panels are on hinges. Out of the G1 toy. Which, the G1 toy, if you put in his God Masters, or actually Breast Masters, I believe they were called. He is a titty master. They would activate, like, pop forward these things, which are guns, and I think fold down this panel, which is like a gun or something. But instead, nowadays, where are my Titans? I don't have any, I didn't grab any heads, but just to show you, you can actually stick 2 Titan Masters in there, and you're not able to close the doors. Now, if I bought Wave 1 of the Prime Masters, I think they would fit in here better, and you'd be able to close the doors, because they're flat, pretty much, instead of like a 3D face, so to speak. But you can just look. There is a lot of molded in detail, even on his chest. I like the rapid change in colors, the sudden change in colors, going from jet mode to robot mode, like going from all black to suddenly mostly blue, is a really cool look. What else we got? Not much else we haven't seen before, other than the fists and really the hip joints. So we'll get right into articulation. Head is on a swivel, and it actually has a little bit of up and down, which is really nice. He can actually look up. Shoulder joints, you got one joint for 360-degree spinning, and you also have another one for hitting himself in the head with his shoulder pad. That looks like it would hurt. Which, this joint is not for transformation, so it's nice specifically for the robot mode. You've got an elbow joint that's just a mushroom peg. Beyond, I'd say that's like 91-degree elbow hinge. And you don't really have a wrist joint, you just have the transformation hinge, which most people don't consider a joint. You do have nothing at the waist, side to side, but if you feel like unhinging these panels, you do get quite a bit of ab crunch. Is that an ab crunch? I'm not sure. But this has a bit of molded in detail to it, looking like, I don't know, like this, like more guns. Ab guns. Sure, go with it. I didn't mention the light blue on here, but that's kind of nice. And actual stickers. Like they're like these bits, the striping is stickers. This bit's a sticker. There are some, I think those are actually, oh, the Decepticon insignias are all stickers. You got one on his shoulder now, and to go along with the 2 on the tank treads in the back of his shins. I really like this step of transformation with the whole tank tread flip, like the tank turret flipping in on itself. Like, that's a really cool way to get it out of the way, in my opinion. Hips, he's got them, and they go forwards that far. Thigh swivel and outward. He can do the full Van Damme, although he's not really balanced properly to stay there. His legs are definitely, dare I say, Titanic. Jeez, where's my 3D maneuverability gear when I need it? Knee under 90 degrees, but if you want I like doing this. You can undo transformation a bit and get a really deep knee bend. That's good. If for whatever poses, I don't know what poses you want to do with that knee bend, but he can do them. Oh, and now the pegs are on his knees. And he does actually have toe joints. He has this whole panel is on a joint, which is specifically for transformation. So he's got, well, it's not really effective hinging, but if you, well, you can do that, and he'll stand up straight, or not straight, but he'll stand up. I believe these are also stickers on his shins. And he has a bit of a he has a that kind of toe joint. So you can have him, I don't know what he's doing here. Let's see, what is Overlord gonna do? Is he gonna walk? He's not really. These boots are not made for walking, evidently. And you also have a transformation joint for some outward knee bend. If you want to be any poser who thinks he knows martial arts and just go, eh, eh, eh. I think that's all his articulation. There's nothing at the wrist. So, whoa, Overlord. You know, before I wrap up, I guess, there are some problems I have with this toy. Like, the arms feel a bit stumpy to me. There we go. Let's get him actually standing straight up. Yeah, the arms don't even reach his knees, so like the arms look a bit stumpy. I wish there were locking mechanisms for the elbows and wrists. And I'm trying to think of, I think I had other complaints, but it was mostly the arms. Maybe the lack of a dedicated like crunching joint, because it's just doing that. I don't know how useful that is. He is a kind of a little bit of a twat to balance because of all the joints in his legs. And the shield is just static, but you know. Other than that, so far I think overall Overlord's a good toy. If you're a fan of Brave, I don't know, Super God Master Force, I think he's a good pickup. If you're not a fan of this character, they did do a preemptive repaint or pre-paint of him into Sky Shadow, who was also from Super God Master Force, who they released a deluxe generation toy of a while back. There's an option if you prefer all black. Just for a size comparison, I guess, here he is with Cybertron Legends Scourge. I don't have anybody really else to show you with, so there you go. That's all for Overlord. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. But until then, keep it weird.